Have you ever had to face adversity in your life? If so, what kind was it? Was it physical? Was it mental? Was it emotional? Overcoming difficult circumstances and situations calls for perseverance. Here is an example of a person who has fought through adversity to get to where he wants to be. Meet Peter Knab from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Peter has battled through adversity his entire life.
I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at birth, and I've had cerebral palsy my whole life, and I've been using a wheelchair my whole life, so I've gotten pretty used to it.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, cerebral palsy, CP, is a group of disorders that affect a person's ability to move and maintain balance and posture. CP is caused by abnormal development of the brain or damage to the developing brain that affects a child's ability to control his or her muscles. For Peter, this disability has come with its challenges.
I'd say the biggest challenge is that it's just that there's still this perception that I either can't be participating in society or that there's just this shock that I am, whether it be out at a bar or at a sporting event.
But this didn't matter for Peter, who became involved in athletics.
I played sled hockey for a long time, and at the Paralympic level, it's referred to as para-ice hockey. I played sled hockey for a long time. I played from, I think I started when I was 7.5, and all the way until 2016. So I played for a good 12 or 13 years, and that really helped me develop a sense of confidence, a sense of ability to accomplish, ability to get things done. It develops a sense of confidence, a sense of camaraderie, community, and that really helped shape. That really helped shape my confidence in a lot of ways.
But as time passed, Peter's interests would change, shifting from athletics to sports broadcasting, as he closely followed the longtime voice of the Cleveland Guardians, Tom Hamilton.
I mean, I was listening to Tom Hamilton every single night, and just not only listening to the game, but listening to how he calls the game, listening to the way he delivers it. I listened to it on a much more detailed level than just your average fan listening to a ball game. And so I wanted to do some play-by-play. So I started doing that in high school.
And that he did, as at Benedictine High School, Peter would become the play-by-play voice of Benedictine Bengals baseball, a role that for him unexpectedly grew.
I didn't really plan on making it a regular thing. At first I thought I was just doing it for, just for fun, and then it kind of became a more regular thing, and the players enjoyed it. So again, going back to camaraderie and community, I loved the atmosphere of doing it.
In 2014, news of Knab being the voice of the Bengals spread, reaching someone who would surprise him one day at school.
For people like me, the heroes are Peter. And he's in your midst. And we always talk in life, I know I've got 4 children, and we tell them, follow your dreams. You know, you're going to hear in the rest of your life what you can't do. But people like Peter show us what you can do. And those are the people you listen to. You follow your dreams. You're the only person that can end your dreams. Peter is following his dream. My only concern is he's so good at it, I won't have a job here in about another 2-3 years when he gets out of school.
I was completely caught off guard by it. I mean, first of all, just someone of that, of that stature, of that, someone with that kind of a job title, taking the time to come visit me is incredible. And he was so generous with his time.
This meeting would mark just the beginning of a friendship that continues today, as later that year, Hamilton invited Peter not just to a Cleveland game, but to the broadcast booth, so he could see his longtime idol in action.
It's the kind of view that you only see in movies, until you're, it's the kind of, you see that camera angle on TV a lot, but when you're up there in the booth, it's incredible.
After high school, Peter would enroll at John Carroll University, where he would become involved with the school's radio station, WJCU. But early on with the radio station, things weren't easy for Peter.
I remember my first time on the air at WJCU. I sounded awful. I was stuttering like crazy. I couldn't get a sentence out at all. And this one listener, whose name is Craig, he called me, and he said, just take a deep breath, relax, and that was, that was incredible, because he could have called up and said, get off the air, but he called up and gave me some positive feedback, so that was really helpful.
Peter would also become a producer with WJCU. And with this skill set, combined with his broadcast talent, came his own show, which he still hosts today.
And welcome to Guardians Weekend Review right here on WJCU 88.7 FM.
And this past Guardians season would have a lot in store.
And that was a lot of fun to do because I was so heavily involved with the team and basically going to every single game with the very few exceptions. That made it a lot of fun to do the radio show as well. And I really enjoyed putting that show together, that's for sure.
In their 2022 season, Peter would attend 129 Guardians games, with plenty of road trips, to places like the Bronx, Denver, Los Angeles, St. Petersburg, Florida, and Seattle. While trips like these weren't necessarily easy, when he makes them, Peter asks for just one thing.
My main thing is that I want people to simply make an effort to accommodate me, and if you make an effort to accommodate me, then that's all I care about.
His dedication to the team in 2022 did not go unnoticed, and would ultimately lead to an invitation he just couldn't refuse.
I was given the opportunity to throw out the first pitch for the first playoff game against Tampa, which was absolutely incredible. Something that I will never forget.
After basically becoming part of the team in 2022, Peter's looking to do it all again in 2023.
I've got tickets to the opener in Seattle, so I do plan on at least going out to Seattle to start the season, and then hopefully on to Oakland, and we'll start the journey again.
Through his journey with sled hockey, broadcasting, and the Guardians, Peter has learned that he is not an inconvenience, and neither is anyone else.
I think that's the biggest hurdle, is just this general perception of being an inconvenience, and you are definitely not an inconvenience at all. So I think that's the biggest message. So.